So my name is Amar. This is the next video for my channel Inward Development. Today's video I'm going to be talking about how society keeps us disengaged and distracted from our lives and what we do every day. There are a few aspects of distractions that I'm looking to talk about today. So I'll just jump straight into it. The first one that I wanted to talk about was television, TV. Well, TV's been around for a long time and it's stuck around, so it's a very popular thing. And the problem I have with TV is that people will literally spend hundreds of hours of their time just sat in front of this box watching like stuff that really isn't going to help them in any way or improve their lives. It's just, I guess it passes the time, it gives them some feeling of being entertained. Now, obviously, there's a lot of TV shows coming out. There's things like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, and there's like hundreds of hours of footage, and people will invest hundreds of hours in watching these TV shows. And I'm not saying they're not good and they're not creatively made. I just think that time people are spending watching these shows could be spent better, could actually be spent to improve your own life. Unfortunately, I don't care how good the TV show is, by sitting there all day watching a TV show is in no way going to improve your life. I mean, now you've got these boxes, we've been around for a while, where you can record, pause, so it's just, they're just making you more comfortable with the concept of television and all the things that you can do through it. So and people invest a lot of money into TV, like they subscribe to specific channels to watch movies and all this type of nonsense. And in my opinion, I don't watch TV. If I very rarely put it on, it's probably if I'm with my son and I just want to watch a film with him or something. But day to day, I don't even switch the TV on. Maybe on a morning to watch something that motivates me, but I don't use TV as something to do as a pastime. The next one I wanted to touch on was social media. And social media has got so many great benefits. Things like Facebook, networking, gets you in touch with people that you usually would never ever be able to get in touch with. So on the surface, networking, Facebook, all these, Twitter, they're all great if used in the correct way. The problem arises is when all people do is sit on Facebook all day. They become consumed by it. So they might go to work all day, they'll come home, then they'll just sit on Facebook all night. I mean, talking to people that they already know about nothing. And I'm not saying you shouldn't communicate with others, but I just think it's what a total waste of time. The one I wanted to touch on was sports. And obviously living in the UK, so I want to talk about football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. I mean, people will spend thousands of pounds following their team around the country, investing in watching them all the time. All the passion, all their energy is going into this, something external, a team that they want to do well. And they think by this team doing well, winning, whatever, is going to bring them some sort of inner fulfillment. And it's not, unfortunately. It's a fake kind of fulfillment. And people argue over it, they fight over it, and it's ridiculous. Like, people getting killed over football, I just can't get my head around it, to be honest. I think it's not the athletes I have a problem with. I think the athletes are just living their dreams, doing what they want to do. And it's great that people can aspire to be like that, but I just think if you're investing so much time and energy in following these things around, your life must be empty. You must have nothing. If you need to put everything into a group of men running around on a pitch and trying to achieve their own goals, I mean, it's great for them, can't knock them. I don't have a problem with footballers getting paid what they get paid. It's just the way it is. And all these people who complain about it are the ones who are actually buying into it as well. So I don't have a problem with it. What I have a problem with is people investing all their time, energy, passion into something that could be put into something else that could inevitably give you real fulfillment and really improve how you function in the world today. So with sports and football, it's mainly aimed at the male gender. It's a great way, I don't know, for society to keep men in general consumed, I mean, by this game, these sports, and disengaged. and it does, it works. And I really, although I watch it a little bit, and I like to keep on, because my little boy likes it, so it's important to me to just have some sort of idea of what's going on there, so I can just relate to my son. But I've been a one match my whole life, and I would never invest or pay anything to my time and energy into something like that. The other one, the next one, is gossip magazines. Like I said, the sports are more aimed at men. I think the gossip magazines are a great way to keep women disengaged and distracted from their lives. And I mean, I've opened up these magazines and they really suck you in. Do you know what I mean? I don't give a shit about what Kim Kardashian's doing, whatever. But if I pick one of these magazines up, it seems quite interesting, and you get sucked in, like, and it must invoke some kind of envy in women and gives them something to sort of aspire to. But it's a fakeness, and that's the problem we have with the culture today, is where you have so many people aiming to be some sort of reality stars where there's no real talent there. They just want to be famous. They just, for nothing, for no reason. They've got nothing. It's ridiculous. And that's the sort of culture that is growing more and more. And it will come to an end, like everything. That's the way I think. But it's just a problem at the moment. And you need to be conscious enough to get away from that stuff. Who gives a shit? Whoever's dating, I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? All I care about is what I'm doing and the people around me and people I love. As long as they're doing well, who cares? And it's a problem, really. And the other one, so that one's for women. I think for kids is computer video games. Great way to keep kids distracted. Although I think video games are good. I play a little bit to keep my mind sharp. But I think to sit in front of a console all day, your brain's going to get used to working in one particular way, and it's just so time consuming. When you, as a child especially, you can do so much more, learning so much more. Obviously I have a son who loves it, so he doesn't listen to me, but all I can do is trying to educate him as best as I can. So ultimately, to draw this all together in a conclusion, just for my own thoughts, what I've come to believe is that people are just looking for some kind of fulfillment from all these things, because they lack it inside, and they feel by viewing all these external things and doing all these external things that it's going to make them feel good inside. But trust me, if you start to work on yourself and you start to go in a direction and achieve your goals, you'll get a fulfillment that none of these things can never touch. And that's one of the main things that people don't know, and something that society doesn't actually teach us. So when you're disengaged with these things, you're not working on yourself, you're not trying to achieve what you want to achieve, you're disengaged, you're engaged with whatever you're watching. And like I said, inner fulfillment can only come through bettering yourself, and you boosting your own self-esteem. When you achieve goals, you boost your self-esteem, and that gives you a sense of feeling better about yourself. And you need to just constantly keep doing this, and it's just never ending. I know that might not be what you want to hear, but if someone said you can feel awesome all the time, but you just got to achieve goals and keep moving forward with your life, I'll fucking do it, and I'm trying to do it. So just ask yourself, is what you're doing the best use of your time? Could you be doing something else? And if you think you can, then try and have the strength to do that. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. I'll be uploading more later. Thank you. Bye.